While we're still up here in the radiant test lab, I want to go over a few radiant systems that we've got up here running. On this side, we've got electric systems, and this first one here is cement with sleepers in it. It's basically, this is cement, it's like gypcrete, and we stapled a luan over it and used conventional 3/8. R4s are 3/8 solid tongue and groove that we've done a lot of those on radiant systems. You glue and nail it, missing the tubes. We use nails like 3/4 inch on this one, 18 gauge. So we don't have to worry about hitting the electric wires in here that heats the floor. And the other one here, we've got electric grids with a luan stapled over it. We know where the wires are because we've marked them right on top, so we know where to nail and glue to this. It's the same application basically on a regular plywood subfloor here. And then we've got a gypcrete, and this one we used a 4-inch ash, and we used a trowel mastic and basically pinned it where we could. We had a few sleepers in here. If you take your time, it might take a little longer, but you could do it without nailing. It is going to take a lot more time. It's easier to put sleepers in, where you can to help hold some of the flooring as the glue sets up. Here we've got some hot water radiant systems, and I can kind of go through these real quick with you. This one here is a Viega. It has a plywood that you drywall screw down, and it basically unfolds. This material right here, you drywall screw it to your 3/4 inch, let's say OSB subfloor is how we've got it here, and with a small PEX tubing in it. This floor can be glued and nailed right over the tubes, just missing the tubes with the nails basically. This is another system that's real similar, but your subfloor is the radiant tubing. You don't have to put another one on top of your other subfloor. This is it. You can glue and nail on this. We have the floating floor on this one. And if you were to glue and nail it, basically it's the same way. You just want to glue and nail with a tight on heavy duty construction adhesive. And then we have one here that's the floating floor. It's a raw system. This one here seems to work real well with the floating system that we've got here. And then we've got a crate system here by Easy Floor. This one we used a 1/2 inch. It's called Hardybacker 500. It's about a 1/2 inch thick. You can use like a 5/8 nail. You can glue a nail into it. I prefer to use a 3/4 to 1 inch nail. But the only way you can do that is if you mark where the tubes are, and I recommend doing that. But this system works really well too. You can glue a nail to that. And this one here is a staple up system. I've done a lot of these. Down in your basement, you have to put this in underneath your subfloor. This is the tubes here. You got reflector plates, and then you can glue a nail with, let's say, a 1 inch nail will not go through the 3/4 plus the flooring. So you can use an 18 gauge, 1 inch long nail with your Titebond adhesive on the back of the boards. And that's another way to install.